This is Reality Check. Special report, Iran, make or break.
Will the outside world allow Iran to develop a nuclear weapon? Now that Tehran is boosting its uranium enrichment process to 20%, it's hardly a hypothetical question. And France's UN ambassador, who's just assumed the presidency of the Security Council, doesn't mince his words.
Iranian with a bomb or with a nuclear military capability would be a total disaster. Nuclear deterrence is based on the assumption that both sides are reasonable. And when you have one head of state saying that another country should disappear, you do understand that the basic element of nuclear deterrence are not there. So there is a real danger.
The UN being what it is, Iran's claim that its nuclear program is solely for civilian purposes has been heard respectfully.
Iran's nuclear program has been, is, and will remain absolutely peaceful and in no way poses any threat to international peace and security.
But as more evidence of Iranian duplicity accumulates, the skeptics are multiplying accordingly.
The Iranian nuclear program has no civilian explanation whatsoever. You don't start a civilian nuclear program by enriching uranium. It's like if you buy the gas before the car. It doesn't make any sense.
A recent report in the German news magazine Der Spiegel claimed that Iran had been running a secret military agency with the goal of developing a nuclear weapon. At the International Atomic Energy Agency, doubts over Iran's stated intentions continue to grow. That's why there's renewed momentum for sanctions. The US Senate has just passed legislation that will target companies exporting refined gasoline to Iran. Major companies like Germany's Siemens are winding down their operations in Iran. But what more can be done at the Security Council?
Since nothing came out of the track of diplomacy, we are going back to the second track, which is the track of sanctions. It's not a concern only of the US or France, Britain and Germany. The Chinese and the Russians share our concerns, and that's the reason why they voted with us already 3 resolutions of sanctions.
Iran has thrived on sending out contradictory signals. One day, Supreme Leader Khamenei is urging Israel's demise. The next, President Ahmadinejad implies his regime might be willing to discuss compromise. Now, though, this tactic is wearing thin, as the threat looms larger, most obviously in the Arab Gulf countries, where the impact of a nuclear Iran would be felt most immediately.
There is a real deep divide between the Iranians and the Arab countries. You feel the deep mistrust towards Iran, and especially because you have also Shiite minorities in some of these countries, and these countries are considering that these minorities are used by Iran as a potential element of destabilization. In a sense, you could even argue that it will be more a threat to the security of the Gulf countries than it will be to Israel.
2010 will be the make or break year for Iran's nuclear program. Western powers are painfully aware that any decisions they make now will have consequences that are truly worthy of the description historic.
You've been watching Reality Check.